It's a really good... I'm just going to let this go, but I feel like I should. It's a really good pick here from Life. It's good into literally everyone on BNK.
I saw Vikla. He got POG, because they still have POG there, in game 1. Huzari was like awesome. And then just fell off a cliff.
That has happened to him.
I think that's why we see Daystar here in the LCK. Flash comes out, and Flash comes in from Sobero as the tanking is here from Raptor. Very nicely done. Looked a little strange at first because Raptor was just running away, but then Sobero just came in and killed him. I missed the question.
Why? Like, he can 1v2 if they don't play it carefully.
Yeah, Sobero's already leaving.
Yeah, no, he's fine. Like, he can ult himself, and then I don't think they can really...
They might have enough burst damage, though, even on the equalizer. He's going in, though, as Dudu burning a bit, but it is still going to be the kill. Very close, but they get the job done.
I don't know, Crown. Like, no, Diablo's good.
I think I thought you were memeing.
I wasn't. You did
He wasn't memeing. Berserker in a lot of trouble here. He's going to get flashed on. And there's the ult as Diablo hits level 6, and no hope for Berserker as you're not getting away from the Kaisa. Very nicely timed play here by BNK, bottom lane. And Life, he is just going to get flashed on. Berserker goes down, Life goes down. Diablo picks up a double kill on Kaisa in the bottom lane.
Double timing there for Diablo. And the attempts from Callan, successful to get on top of Berserker. That really sells it to me. Nicely done in one of the few lanes that we've previously talked about as a consistent threat for DNF. Definitely not looking too hot.
More BNK players than Bro players, but they're making it work. Ooh, nice play there by Life. Might still be going down, though, as the cast was going to miss, and Life just gives himself up for Berserker, who also didn't have flash. I mean, that's the best situation, honestly, for the DNF bot lane.
As long as Berserker lives, it's not the end of the world. As Sobero is like, no cross map. He does need to be careful, though, because he is very much on the weak side of the map, and seemingly also realizes that. His equalizer is available, so could always ult either way, but doesn't look like that is necessary. I wouldn't say return to his 2023 form, where even then he was pretty inconsistent, but at least I think he had his moments as...
He's committing to this turret. I mean, yeah, I don't know about this one, Daystar. As in goes Bulldog, and the entire team is top. So really trying to make something happen on a Bulldog who just flashes, and then he finds himself face-to-face with the Berserker, who picks up a free kill. And it doesn't even really look like BNK were doing much else on the map. They are going to get this Drake. That's the one thing. But that was definitely unnecessary.
Yeah, I don't know about the map read there. Because going for that play is, I think, understandable, right? Trying to save the turret. Flashing is illegal, though. You have to know that they're there. Your team is literally having full control as all. This is tricky.
Yeah, we got a TP coming in. Bulldog no flash, though, and the stun lockdown from the Alistair is enough. So Raptor picks up his second kill. And that's a pretty nice follow-up, although it does come a bit later.
With these two teams, what's going to happen is someone is out of position and they will die. That's the end of it.
That's every fight.
Every single fight.
DNF doing a good job so far. They haven't been forced into any team fights, which I think has definitely helped them. But in terms of their map plays, they have been good. Bulldog got the top turret.
So they're trying to bait them through this choke point. I think they're looking for a fight. They don't have Rumble Ultimate, though. Nope, they're just going to do this.
Yeah, burst it down.
Too late.
BNK are just going to get this as... Oh! Pyoshik gets in! It was calculated all along! And now a big divide right into the bullet time. And down goes my boy Daystar. We do have a kill on the Life. But BNK now on the run. They will be able to get away. As Dudu never really got into this fight in a big way.
The flash Q smite combo from Pyoshik.
Wow.
Oh, I mean, it's oh, they're going to look for the dive.
Yeah.
Sobero does have his ultimate available. Oh, no.
Okay.
That wasn't the best.
It's zoning. It's keeping them under the turret, Chronicler.
Pyoshik has ult. This might be a disaster here. BNK might want to call this one off.
Well, they're going to go for it anyway because it is BNK. Bulldog does go down, but Pyoshik is here. Diablo lives for quite a while, but does go down. Still 2 kills to BNK, but they're so deep on this lane. They're eventually going to take out Pyoshik, though, and it does end up working out pretty well for them.
I don't feel like that should have worked, but it kind of did.
And it does look like DNF, I say maybe they don't want to go for the fight, but now they're actually going to go in on a Daystar, force them to Spirit Rush early, as now, okay, the disengage Blast Cone that was kind of an engage from BNK, going to get the flash out of Bulldog. And now a little fight here in the pit. Another charm going to hit. Pyosik in a really rough spot. As now we got the engage on the top side too. Pyosik is just dead though, and Kellen is Alistair. Bullet time doesn't really do anything, but Kellen is going to go down as it goes to the Azir. As we don't have Raptor in range for the smite. And DNF looking a good spot to take this fight down. This Raptor just goes in, knows he can't go anywhere. Soboro the same. And a big fight here for DNF as they come back. Would ever do that.
Oh, that's great. That's different. That's not as tragic as this. As oh no.
Bulldog, he's going to try to dash here, but we got TPs coming in. We got Diablo over the top. Everybody's missing everything. And so I think Bulldog just gets away. Now Pyosik is doubling in. Oh no. Pyosik is dead. The bullet time is going to get charmed off of his Berserker has to flash, and now they just go for the Baron. There's nothing that DNF can do about it.
Not like this, not like this. We knew!
You just had to say that, you know, you were looking forward to them continuing with the win.
You cannot put this on. What I said verbatim was, I am still terrified, Valdez. I can't take it.
It's not even like they all go in afterwards. The Daystar trying to make something happen here. This is what you have to do as they're kind of caught in between the turrets. Pyosik in a lot of trouble. Nice engage from Life though, but that's on to a Kaisa who just gets away. It's 2 kills here for the side of BNK. Soboro has his arm guard. He's going to break it, and that should be 3 kills here over to BNK.
Would have never happened without your boy. I'm just saying, he's the one that created all that space.
Creating space, yeah, nice.
So him not being hit by the ultimate there means that now we are going to see this dragon go over. This is just what happens. It's what happens to a team if you keep losing.
Yeah.
Like you're like, oh, we can't lose this moment. We gotta salvage just like this.
Yep. Now trying to go in on a Kellen who did go Zeke's. He's doing tons of damage there. Pyosik this time going to get caught out. No flash. Just tries to engage onto Alistair. I'm not really sure. Daystar ults for some reason. He's
creating space!
Okay, his Akali is much better than his Ahri. just believe me.
But it does mean that he has to put himself in harm's way. Can't just sit there and poke. Is Callan again? He's the real threat. Daystar is just a red herring.
He's just a distraction. I don't know if DNF have the ability to start this. Not with Daystar, with TP.
There's no shot. If it was a dragon, you can definitely push for it hard, but Baron is still a sizable threat.
Clear out the vision at least.
Yeah. Can do.
It's a nice flank ward mid.
So you can, as DNF, also just trade Soul for Nash. I think that's very worth in this instance. And Diablo and the gang say that is worth, so we're not going to let you. This is Kaisa. 80 Kaisa, by the way. That Baron is gone very fast. Pyosik in position. The Giga Cone is there.
He's got to get in. Is he going to... Okay, he went the opposite direction.
Yeah, no, you get Prio and then you try to play for Drake.
They just walk over after taking the Baron.
Okay, so it's not Soul for Baron.
Oh, that boy Daystar! Yeah, Bulldog's dead. And that does mean that the rest of DNF just has to back away. And it'll be Chemtixel.
What was that call? So you can push and trade Baron.
Let him take Baron.
You can give them Soul and threaten Baron. You can't give them Baron and then just leisurely walk over to a dragon that hasn't spawned yet.
Found that fight, or at least tried to. Instead, DNF just kind of let them do whatever they want. Because mentally, they're not in this game anymore.
No, this game is now done. We're ready.
Yeah. Now it like 100% is. Oh, another charm hit by Daystar. Oh, nice engage from Callan. He has been really on point in this game. Like, he is my POM so far, even though I don't get a vote. Ingo's Daystar gonna sail wide with that one, but, you know, A for effort. And, this game is over.
We've seen this before for BNK. There are very clear carries on this team, and it's Raptor, it's Diablo, and it's Kellen. Soboro and Daystar, they're the supporting act. They're the opening act.
Yep, another charm gonna hit onto Bulldog, and he does go down. And Diablo is just unleashed in this game. He's even got an arm guard himself, and he will live at the end. Absolutely just rolling this team is Diablo as he just dies. How did he even die? I don't even know. That's going to be the end of this game, though. The Nexus goes down, and BNK win game number 1. All right. Yeah, the Jhin makes a lot more sense than the Zeri, and I feel like this draft definitely gained some value by it. So, beginning to make a little bit of sense now. And some of the prio and some of the bans were awkward, but...
They probably draw bans. And then you look at that draft and then they banned like Chovy's Yone or something. You're like, okay, you know what? I get it. That makes sense.
Yeah. That's the health bans. Wave not supremely large, so they just clear it out. Might actually be the 3 grub angle. Raptor not even showing on the top side of the map. He's just doing the enemy red.
Yeah, Raptor is also sitting on a ton of gold, so I think he really doesn't want to fight. But early on, DNF getting the objectives.
Ult on in.
It's just,
it's like
the moment is coming.
A plate of buffalo.
It might be right now.
I feel like it's too early, right? Nice dodge by Raptor, though, and that's going to be 2 guys knocked up into the air. Yoshik in a lot of trouble, just going to throw an ult in just to try to survive, as he's going to die anyway. No reborn for him. As Berserker also has to flash the root. Daystar comes up, perfect timing, as Diablo is going to pick up the kill. And yeah, you were actually right about the timing. It was right then where DNF threw away their lead.
Or sorry, Hextech, not Chemtech. I'm just all mixed up when it comes to the text today, Valdez.
You're not a big tech enjoyer.
No, well, Hextech actually is my favorite, Drake. I just love the gauge.
Hey, you got it.
There we go.
Caster Blessing.
You'll love to see it.
It's a rare one from Chronicler. Thank you for that.
And then from that point on, you're just on top of the world. You can do anything. But instead, it is, as Deegan was saying earlier, oh
no. Well, he almost got the red buff, and now he's getting engaged on. Has their not a glass there, but this is a Vi going away from the team. He's going to get the res, though, as they're going pretty deep for this one. Pilchik lives! It was a genius bait all along, as now Daystar trying to get out, but he will go down. Bulldog just flashes on him. It's 3 kills for DNF, as maybe they have a chance in this one. Daystar walking up to Dudu. Dudu gives him a 4 there, as now going in onto Bulldog. Flashing in is Sobero just to get ulted by Vi and die. And now we're going to get a handshake here on a Raptor, who also is going to die, going very deep there for, I think it was Berserker, and it did not work out. And that's the Rift Herald on top of it. So DNF, almost 3K gold in the lead now.
And this too is BNK. This is why this team is in the position that they're in right now. They're 5-11 for a reason. When they're playing well, I think when they're fighting well, the team looks great. But they also have a tendency to battle when they shouldn't. And that battle tendency we saw right there when they should not have contested at all. Wonderful for them.
This is, it's not an unlosable position by any means, but I will say that this is going to be one of the best spots they've been in quite a while. Like this is, they've been good at getting early game leads. Get to a point where you're too big to fail. You know what I mean? And for teams like this that have big confidence issues, this is exactly what you need. And, you know, Pusha can do risky stuff like this and he gets away with it because there really isn't any recourse for BNK at this point in the game. So I really feel like DNF have a good shot in this game.
We do know this is happening.
I don't know what it does.
Who's baiting who?
Well, we got TPs coming in, and they're doing a lot of damage here to Bulldog, but he is very fed. Daystar just going to get engaged on, and down he goes. TP comes in from Sobero. He's going to be left alone. Kellen's already left as they try to pull off some kind of weird flank. Diablo was not part of it, and DNF will just get the out-of-con.
I was thinking of this game as a metaphor, as an appetizer for the main course, which is T1 Hanwa. I'm now starting to think that DNF for the customer and B&K are the ones in the rest, because they just served Otacon for free with 2 kills to boot on a silver platter! What was that?
You need everybody there.
I think I know what's happening here. The top side is going full challengers.
Okay. Well, we're going to try to kill Bulldog again. Does it work this time? I think it will. With this many people, I think they finally figured it out. Okay. You got Bulldog.
Can they get more? Okay, DNF.
Objective bound.
DNF, we've been over this.
All right, just engaging into the rise, and with the handshake coming in, Daystar, no flash. He will go down as Kellen goes in too, and they can't get him out either. Going really deep for this one. And, yeah, a couple of kills do go over to DNF in the trade. Yeah. So now, DNF, I mentioned they don't have to do a lot in this game. They can just farm Drakes. they're doing a lot in this game, getting away with it because, well, they're very far ahead, and B&K are also giving them opportunities. I think this game is in the bag.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you, Valdez. I think we're getting our free gamer. And DNF on blue side. Draft, it was good. 2 times in a row. Zerker's looking very comfy. I think Life and Pioshik.
Gunshik and Pioshik. It's only 2 letters off. As we're engaging again onto Life. This is a Renata Glass.
In a corridor.
I think they do know this, but it doesn't matter as it's B&K. They're going to go in. That's a shutdown there as Kellen goes down. And Life, actually, it's going to be Berserker going down. As now DNF come in, that's a big shockwave, and I think with the wallets, they should be able to get this one going. As Diablo's actually here for a fight, that's a plus for B&K. Face checking into some jungle, where there are a lot of members. They're trying to kill Bulldog again! They're trying to get him again! As this time the shockwave is going to miss. He's got his Zhonya's, and TPs are coming in. He even flashes away, trying to buy some time, but he's very dead. The question is what happens afterwards as Kelly goes down, and Dudu's in the thick of it amongst so many members. And now we got a big Wukong ult, but the Renata over the top is huge as well. And Dudu has the bailout, but he goes down right afterwards. A very close fight, actually, as Berserker, though, is untouched. And eventually, it's not a close fight at all. Daystar gets the phase rush and gets away, but DNF's still going to win it big time.
Investment paying off big there for DNF. That looked a little spooky, but because of the amount of gold that they have, members stay alive for so much longer. Bulldog actually, even though he gets caught, does a great job of just stalling for time. The rest of the team gets to arrive. And with this, DNF, that's Baron.
Serious though, which I think does make it worse.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But it didn't sound as bad, is what I'm trying to say. We do have another play, Ghoulie Wall here for Bulldog, who doesn't have a way out. And again, okay, the shockwave though is massive, and I think the wallets are just too heavy at this point. We got some bouncing rise damage, and they're not even going to get Berserker down before he gets bailed out. Eventually he does go down, but it's a quadra for Berserker. Looking for one more, but you know that Diablo is never, ever going to give that Penta away. And, I mean, Berserker's already dead anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And DNF, looks like they should be able to take this game down.
We're going to game 3, Valdez. The entertainment not done just yet. DNF, the Nexus is going down. We can finally trust them to take the game. But now comes the hard part. They've won games before. Can they win this series? We're about to find out. Now into Kindred Galley. I think this is a smash hit for DNF. I actually like looking at this draft.
I agree.
There's a Cassante on the enemy team. That's big.
Relatively large wave, although it's getting cleared pretty quickly.
He has no shot.
Another wave is coming in.
Unless...
So now they're just going to go for it, I think, as already taking the aggro there is the Nefiri. Berserker in a lot of trouble, burns down. First blood goes over to B&K. Diablo flashes out and will live. Meanwhile, Sobero in the top side is going to get away because he is Cassante, but we do have Pioshik here, and he's able to change the mark over to the Cassante on time. It's going to be big.
Does a flash.
If he can get this lockdown, Pioshik is going to take the aggro, and he does flash away, but that's a mark here for the Kindred already.
Be making a dive on the other end of the map. Based on how the wave state was, he was trading a lot more aggressively than he should have, right? And that's one of the...
okay, Flash of Power trying to get Diablo here. The stun lands. Nicely played by Life and Berserker. The stun comes in on a kill too, and it's a thin one.
He's dead.
But it's going to work. It's a double kill here for Berserker. Picks up 2 as they bait them into that fight.
Because I know there is one big believer in DNF. And it's not quite as well known as his love for the bros, but he did in fact do it. It's Dagon.
Well, he has been having a rough tournament so far, but maybe this is his time to carry a series on his signature champion. Trying to come in here and stop Raptor from taking this. He's going to smite one down. Gives the Rammus okay. Thumbs up.
It's good BM. Like to see it. Daystar is here.
And there you go. The engage goes in on the Pioshik, but that is Kindred. They don't have the burst afterwards, but he's kind of left alone as eventually, yeah, the Cassante just ults him. Life not able to keep him alive. Berserker on the run. Life on the run as Berserker misses the dash. I don't think he would have lived anyway, but it's just insult to injury. 3 kills go over to B&K in the top fight.
But just like I said, B&K doesn't change. They've been the same.
It's like a 2K gold swing. 8-game losing streak. Going for the second Drake here is BNK. It does look like DNF want to fight this, but you don't have engage outside of running in with Galio up top. Pyosic's not going to hit the smites. And the engaged Braum, surprisingly, does not go very well as everybody gets caught by Kellen. And they do have the Kindred ultimate to help out, but Tibbers is still ticking in that back line. And the level 1 ult isn't able to do much in terms of healing. Everybody's just on the run. And now we got the Fury resets. Everybody's being chased down. Life is going to go down here as well. And Kellen is still looking for more. No flashes available. Actually, Berserker still had his, but Pyosik did not have his. As that will be a third kill and a laughing Braum emote.
You can't do that when everything missed!
Chain of Corruption is going to get him out.
A lot of damage.
Otherwise, he doesn't live without his flash. Now we get the counter engage coming in, though. Pyosik taking a lot of damage, but he still has ult. And he has a Braum in front of him. This time, it's not DNF engaging. They actually disengage. They pull off of the point. Dudu, though, is kind of in no man's land. Bulldog going to TP over here, but the fight's already kind of done.
So Bro's here. He's ready for a fight. That's my challengers player. He's waiting. Okay, are they just going to get this?
Yeah, I mean, the issue is now DNF can't engage. Unless they really try to force it.
Yeah, they don't have engage. You can't just give up control of an area like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's like Galio or nothing at this point. The Braum shield comes up. They're trying to fight as Life nearly dies to... Okay, well... I don't know what to say about that one, guys. As we got ults over the top, and actually maybe a decent stun here on the Daystar, who will go down, but the rest of the fight, oh, Berserker getting some range, getting some space.
Diablo, though.
Diablo is doing quite a number here to Bulldog.
Oh, he doesn't get the kill.
He doesn't get the kill. Berserker comes in. Pyosik with the last shot. He picks up a double kill. And DNF are not down just yet.
I knew they had it in them. Never be a doomer. It's always winnable, Valdez. Just dive deeper. Just go. Just one more engage, bro. Just a little bit harder. Just go for our backline. Because you see there, that combo of the Galio ult and the Kindred ult, it will hit. If you just give it an opportunity to.
If you dive on top of the Kindred, I think almost all of the times it will happen. But unfortunately for Raptor, he's playing the Fury.
One of the rare occasions we're like, you know what? You could actually ult there. Could have done the engage Braum in a way that is... Oh, that was funny.
He is Cassante.
Nice. Clean.
Yeah. Cassante isn't, you know, the best champion in this meta, but he still is Cassante. So he still does
W is still good.
Yep.
How is the poke from BNK? Like, kind of better? Neither poke is really hitting. Need to see the shock blast.
Yeah, just waiting. You see they don't want to commit onto Life. And Raptor already started up this Dragon, and DNF, they don't really have a good way into this one unless they put their face in it. As we're thinking about it, the engage comes from Daystar, kind of misses, gets taunted, but the Dragon does go over to BNK. Tons of damage here from the side of Diablo, and Daystar lived! And the Galio dies before the ult goes off, and now it's all falling to pieces like dominoes the second the Galio dies. As Raptor, not going to be able to follow up on that one, but it's a big fight win here for BNK.
I don't want to doomer Valdez, but I don't got good things to say. Oh, that is a rough one. Soul Point, Otacon going over, and with BNK's comp, that already is so snowballing, now even more so as
one Dragon away from the Soul, they have the Otacon. Looking for maybe a play in mid? As now the engage comes in, Berserker just stepping up to them. The disengage is coming through though. The Galio able to appeal for Kellen, but pulling out the Lucian from the Kindred ult is so great, but still looking good for the side of DNF. They kill Diablo. As Daystar only now getting here. Everybody's pretty grouped up, but he doesn't have flash. And Cassante is doing an insane amount. Pyosik, though, on the right side, chipping away, getting a bunch of kills. Dudu gonna burn down. And I think Tibbers wins in the end as Daystar is the final one standing at the end of all the chaos.
It is big. Pyosik is in a position. He's Kindred very...
Dudu, yeah, he's going to get stunned and he's dead. And now the turn comes in. I feel like they could have just taken the kill and just gone for the objective, but instead they're going to look for the kills, 2, plural, and then go for the objective.
Yeah, now they can just take it. And now they are able to, without the Jace, without the Braum. Oh, so bro!
Uh-oh. Yeah, Pyosik is in a lot of trouble here as the ult comes out from Pyosik, but he knows he's dead. It's only a matter of time, and does a little bit of damage, but my boy Daystar picking up all the kills as well. Sobero, I don't think he dies to these two. but trying to pull them off the objective. Cover it with the Red Bull Baron power play.
Oh, the loss streak is going to continue, unfortunately. And B&K,
they had a real angle in this series.
They really did.
They really did.
That early double kill, but the team fighting and some of the decision making just still wasn't quite there.
Yeah. Raptors having a big game. You know, he's not the main character, but it's a Daystar champion.
There's only two types of players, right? Unless you get good enough, but you're an assassin or a mage player. He's an assassin player.
Yeah.
Very obvious.
He's like a young Zeka. Okay, trying to engage here is the Galio, but Pyosek gonna get it very low before he actually goes for his ult here. Kellen pulling out the Galio, as we do have Daystar down, but I think the wallets and the Hextech Soul are just too heavy here for the side of B&K. That'll be the end of DNF in this game. And B&K will move on to the 2-1 victory in this series.
Oh, DNF. They keep getting better, and it just keeps not being enough. It says a lot about how deep in the abyss they were. Because every time we look at them, I think we see improvement. But B&K, they have a lot of experience
so happy
with these fights. And Soboro and Daystar get a win for their team. We know that this is a skill matchup, right? This is not something that Jax wins by default. And I think it's very snowbally as well. I do think if you get the Jax head early, it's really good. But otherwise, we've seen the Yorick be able to get such a consistent early game. Faker says no.
Yeah. Good luck. Go over there, stop that. As now we got the engaged countdown coming on up. Owner is here. Viper in a lot of trouble. Down he goes. First blood goes over to Guma. And now the bullet time as well. As, well, Keria dies to the turret. So actually it is traded back. But the kill goes to Delight. Of course, the opposite is also true. You were pointing at T1 picking up all three grubs.
Of that top lane, I assume. Owner just running. And the eventual trade will be a dragon picked up.
Seasons. For all the players, but everybody's really coming online here towards the road to MSI, which you do love to see, including Keria. Bit of damage here on Azeus, who is Jax, but yeah, stun comes in, 1Q, and he's dead. Owner just easy dive, and now you've got a whole turret worth of plates given over to Doran.
Cole's cashed out for Guma to really add to that gold lead. All right, Doran trying to blade for this turret. Might be fighting him.
All right, he's going towards the other enemies. He's buying a lot of time. The turret goes down. Owner tries to come in and save him, but Doran gets knocked up, and there you go. First kill, but now Nico, the massive ult over the top. And Guma's right there, but the damage doesn't go in. As now we got the engage coming in on Guma. He has to cleanse. He flashes, but he's not getting out of this one. Hanwa Life making something of this team fight. As Faker on the backside, Keria here alone as well. Triple kill for Viper, who has been totally untouched.
Yes, there's a gold lead, but the item spikes are really not that different, and I think we see it right there. What a back and forth, and that combo looks disgusting from Keria and Guma so much. Those.
And Jax eventually, although in this game he's just kind of been sitting back.
Job there.
He got the kill and then he died, so that's all he's going to do for now. But talking about champs that love to stick around for long fights and get multiple counter-strikes off, Jax is one of them.
Keria.
He is in a lot of trouble. No ult available. He's just dead. Root comes down, and now the follow-up, the recommittal here from T1, trying to save their buddy. And now Hanwa Life are going to get another flash away from this one. Guma is probably dead here. He doesn't have flash as the bullet time. It doesn't hit, but it doesn't matter. Zeka just takes the 1v1 Hanwa. Now wiping the floor with them. They're going to take down a Rift Herald.
It's a fork right there. Either Guma walks into it or walks away from the turret. Either way, Zeka gets the kill. Losing Keria there, it's fine. T1 though, don't really see it that way anymore, particularly when you itemize well into the damage that thus far T1 haven't really been able to find, as Hullbreaker done 2 item spikes are there for T1. And this Drake fight is a possible soul. We haven't even talked about the mountain as the TP comes in from Zeka as well.
All right, they really want to fight for this one, but the Drake is already gone. And okay, it's gone.
That was anticlimactic.
We're like building up to this, and then T1 just,
They get mid turret, which is nice, but soul point.
There's a Rift Herald in bot lane.
Have.
Did you see rather Peanut summon it in the bottom turret in top lane?
That's all Zeus, by the way. He drew attention.
Yeah. He drove attention.
So still
Get it? Because hit level 16. I think we're not having a lot of action now. We wanted to show something, but that's really the situation.
Flash.
Doran, yeah, I think he just doesn't do it now. There's just way too much rotation over here. 4 people kind of angling down there, so.
It worked very hard for it to get. Like, Hanwa can't just walk up to this dragon and set up shop. But here we are.
They're walking up to the dragon and setting up shop because the gold is even, Chronicler. A good point made. And I just...
Oh, did they just get it?
I don't know. I mean, they're starting it, but they're apprehensive about it. Owner is here.
Flanking Yorick.
We've seen this work for other teams. Not sure about in this scenario as the Maiden is bye-bye. It's another 50 gold over to Zeus.
Zeka doesn't have an ultimate yet. I think he's going to be looking for Carriaz if he can find it.
Doran's just pushing.
Or Fakers.
Wants to go for the engage. Is Faker just going to go golden, and now Delight maybe in a bit of an issue as everybody gets knocked up by the Nico, but the counter Nico comes in. They get onto that back line as Carrier the first to go down. Guma's already out of the fight, as will go down Owner, and it's just a disaster. T1, they set it up, and Hanwha Life knock it down as they do not get the soul, but they get a massive team fight, and now they're going to get the top objectives.
That's a world champion right there, Zeka with the Silas! I thought that Nico Engage had done it. They get the dragon, deny the ocean, and then carry a flash multi-man ult.
Mid lane. New York's still going to be strong, but...
We're going to TP back to the wave. I mean, I don't think he should, because you want to really keep it available in case T1 find a collapse towards top side.
They just got his Zonias. Otacon
We
picked up
forgot
here.
about Otacon.
I didn't.
Well, I did. Kind of just assumed that that was already gone.
It's just they used this Baron to take Otacon, and now they still have a minute 30 left.
Actually, is part of the problem. Yeah, and then Owner tried his best in the early game, 100% kill participation, but at this point, you are Pantheon.
All right, they're going to try for something here, but Carrier doesn't find the angle, and Fate's Call comes through. It's kind of a broken engage from T1, and there's still 30 seconds of Baron. So they have this wave, they take down the turret anyway, and that's some tools taken away from the T1 side. Zeus, not yet in a position where he can threaten a kill.
He awake Peanut again. I feel like he was gone for a decent amount of time. Is playing.
He was on vacation.
Yeah.
He was hanging out.
Hanwha Life does do that. But, you know, that's one of those things that you can say, and either it can be cope if they then lock in the next series, or they just lose and you're like, okay, yeah, no, this is... There's an issue.
Everything we said on the POG state is coming true.
Yep.
If Hanwha Life lock in, if Peanut's on his game, they should take it. Peanut is running into 4 people, and the ult here from Carrier only hits the Xinjiao, who does not care. Peanut doesn't care, even if he dies, as now they get to the backline, and Kuma's ult does absolutely nothing, just dies immediately. Baker's got a good angle under the turret, but he doesn't have any teammates as they're dying the turret. They're just tanking the turret, and everybody seems to have his on as everybody's going golden, and Baker just doesn't do any damage. He is dead. Hanwha Life stomp the fight, and maybe they take the game right here.
That's a red side win as well. It's Hanwha Life. Yes, they fell behind, but those team fights, man, they are just something else. The early skirmishes, we saw the signs, and Hanwha will be able to end this game. Carrier's trying to clear the wave as best as he can, but nah, there's just no chance.
Not having enough pull. They turn and take the kill first, and then they will kill the enemy Nexus. Hanwha Life, very nicely played game. They got down 4,000 gold in the laning phase, and it still didn't matter because they were just the better team fighting team with a better team fighting comp.
Now, the obvious issue for Hanwha Life is that these are 2 separate compositions. We have Neferi and Ari, and Poppy kind of does both, which is one plan. But there's no flash anymore. Zeka, not that close to level 6. Delight doesn't have Hex Slash either. I think they're trying again.
I mean, with Ignite and Flash, like, if Delight hits him into a wall, then yeah, he's dead. Speaking of which, Faker walks up, and the exact thing that I just said comes to life.
There's an angle where you flash and the Poppy ends up just dying. So then I would be like, okay, if you try to play for that, it doesn't work, that's fine. But you didn't have flash! It was right in front of you! He is.
Gotta gas up the teammates, you know.
Did we
even though Zeka didn't show a lot of emotion, That's fine. Peanut is going to be in a lot of trouble here, as he does not have Flash anymore. Trying to give this kill over to Doran, maybe, but one more wins a war and he does go down. Okay, trying to go untargetable once again as in goes Faker, and finally they take him down. Owner picks up the mark, as it looks like that's what they wanted by the end of it all. Viper's
not
like,
interacting.
You know what I do? I attack the minions, and I use my skills on the enemies, and then I back, and then I do it again. I'll see you at 225.
When he becomes a real champion. That when it comes to the range, the fact that if you get enough marks on Kindred, mostly the Senna, is going to reach a point where she's a big issue. I also do think that ever since they did all the rounds of nerfs to Smolder, well, not a prio, but he does have his ultimate, as Zeka is just on his way.
Just walking.
Yeah, I thought that...
Faker gets there first, I think, with his ult.
It's pretty close. Zeka can also use the first instance of his ult. I think they're going to arrive around the same time. If Hanwha Life played a little slow.
Well, there's the equalizer. It's a good one, but the Poppy ult is even better as they go all in onto one target. Down goes Owner, and the smite goes the way of Peanut, and now this is really rough times for the side of T1 as in goes Peanut, but there's no damage follow-up, and Zeka still on the chase. He's going to hit the charm again. As there you go, another kill goes over to Zeka, and already the snowball is beginning for Hanwha Life Esports. Yeah, Poppy. Huh, she deserves more respect.
Okay, T1, Doran TPing in, level 11, does have the equalizer, level 2. Poke is good here.
Yeah, I mean, they're zoning them away.
Nice.
Doesn't really look like Hanwha are set up for contesting this very well. So that is going to be the Rift Herald going over to T1. It is an Ornn getting some free time at the bottom lane. Just importantly, going to get those levels we keep talking about.
One of my biggest pet peeves with Ornn.
Here on a Zeka, I don't think that's ever going to happen.
You have the Herald.
He's getting some good positioning.
Zeka and Delight playing very respectful here, going to take down the Rift.
Delight still has his.
So that's soul point for Ornn and Smolder. 18 minutes. I just keep repeating myself, but nothing else is happening.
Are we gonna get the return of Doomer Chronicler?
No,
it's such a rare skin.
That was dark times. we're not going back to that.
It was today.
We're not going back to that.
It happened earlier.
Valdez, I am a different man now.
You've
changed.
I've
changed. I've given up that
life. He's come to terms with.
When it comes to playing out games for positions like this is quite as slow and steady.
Yeah,
oh my God, he's going in.
The charm is going to miss, but it doesn't matter. He's so tanky. He's Ari. Look at his door. He's just dead. It's just a one-on-one solo bolo from Zeka. And
it's cooked.
Faker, you can't flash with the taunt anymore.
No.
Oh, not Doomer Chronicler.
It's done. It's done. Oh.
Okay, he's just unlocking Hex Flash. He doesn't have Hex Flash. He is going to knock away.
It's not done. We're so back.
The ultimate down. But guess what, guys? There's no objective outside of the Otacon. Now they're going to engage, though. On to Peanut.
Yeah.
He's dead. P1. Looking for the objective. Zeka still here.
No Doomer Chronicler, baby. Let's go. They got Otacon.
We might have a little series.
They're getting big backs. They are coming back and fighting for that soul point. Don't look at Smolder stacks.
No, not important.
Don't do it.
Not important.
Faker, stop giving him more stacks.
It's okay. He stopped him at 224.
It wouldn't have mattered, right? Like, he's going to hit it. I know. We're playing it up.
It's okay, Doomer Chronicler. We'll make it through this together.
He's not real.
They're just going for the mid turret. And Carry is not. Yeah, he's not going to do anything about that. No Demolish proc. Yes, Demolish proc. They will get it.
More of that poke hits. They're going to be in trouble.
Yes, he's not really able to make his way in. Equalizer now going to do a little bit of damage. More of a zoning equalizer than anything else.
A little bit.
Yeah. Zeus did walk back over it. Faker in a rough spot, but he will be okay. In goes Zeka, though. Gonna get the charm here on Owner. Nice amount of poke from them. Even the Smolder helping out of that. And now they just turn on the Guma and Doran, who are left out to dry by the team as everybody else was running away. And that's gonna be that early pick. Charm not gonna hit fear from Zeka, but you know what is really gonna hit hard? Orange Smolder with Infernal Soul at 25 minutes into the game.
I'm done coping. No more cope.
Doomer Chronicler's back.
This game is done.
Wow.
I swear,
Chronicler.
if Hanwha Life somehow lose this...
You're a changed man today. I don't know what to say.
I will believe.
That's crazy. We're getting a little engaged here. Owner very, very low. And he ult in from Peanut as Doran's so low. Get a nice ult away. As Zeus, though, is pretty deep. Delight as well, getting chunked out. But the damage from Zeka and Viper is just so gigantic. And even Zeus is still here. Gonna get the Naga, but it's a little bit too deep. Look at the health bars of T1. Might be like 5, 6K ahead.
Yeah, once Zeka gets his...
Little flank.
Oh, little flank.
Little flankaroo. They didn't go in on that. Guma's alone, and the flank. Who's flanking who? What is this?
Is that Pool Bay?
I guess so. Except it's Faker, actually. He's might just die to Peanut alone. Maybe he used them aggressively.
Maybe like very early on.
Yeah.
Well, might do that here.
Well, Charm's gonna miss, but Carrier's not in the fight anymore. Still gonna try to get in there. He doesn't have
Owner, you gotta get this.
Yeah, Equalizer comes down. Owner knocked away. And now they can just smite it down, easy peasy. There it goes as, yeah. That's a Baron now over to the side of Hanwha Life Esports. They get it for free.
We can dream. There are 2 wolves inside me, Veldis. And they're fighting each other.
Yeah.
Come on, T1.
All right, well, they're on vision.
Look at the poke.
The damage already coming in onto this Elder. TP is going to be pretty straight up. Who goes down onto Doran. Zeka's got an angle, but he's spotted. And it's getting lower and lower. Bomb will be called, and in goes Zeka. Gonna hit the charm on that back line, and Doran's almost already dead. As Owner throws in the ult, we got the Galio over the top. Delight might be in some trouble, but Owner's already dead. As the jungler goes down for T1, and they don't have a fight afterwards. In goes the Nefiri. Peanut just hunting them down like the Nefiri you would expect. And it was over a long time ago, but Hanwha Life gonna put the nail in that coffin and take down this Elder Drake.
No wave deep enough. Turret still standing. So the odds of an actual end right now, not really there. As are we just we're stalling it for? I kind of like that.
Yeah. Has that upgraded locket. I think that was the item we were looking at that had like 700 health.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Oh. It's way too much. And Faker going for the desperation flank. He'll be able to live, it looks like, but again, living at this point is still happening here. And the Ornhorn will be called just to force it underneath the turret. They're going to find Owner as the turn comes in, and he's not going to die because of his ult, but now he's going to die. Just a little bit after the fact. Hanwha Life Esports will be taking down this inhibitor turret and the inhibitor, and we'll be looking for the 2-0 here tonight in relatively simple fashion. Delight going to find another angle reminiscent of that level 4 gank that he got in mid lane onto Faker, which really started the snowball in this game. They don't quite have a wave, but they've got some little wolves to help out here. And it's just a done deal at this point. Got 10 seconds on Carrier, who won't be able to clear out the wave. So there you have it. 34 minutes, and Hanwha Life will take down T1 in 2-0 fashion. Not much to see here in the series, to be honest. We thought it was going to be closer. We thought it was going to be epic. But instead, Hanwha are just proving that they are the better team.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.